Yesterday, it looked like there's a bit of friction or tension between you and Jason J. Probably because of Dede. Am I right in saying that?
No.
Do you think it gets worse though if he finds out you also kissed Sultana before him?
Yo! Hey! Ebuka's scatter everywhere! Yo! 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 Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo! Yo! Whoa! This is what I'm talking about. When we talk about a live eviction show's interaction between Ebuka and the housemates, this is what I'm motherfucking talking about! Ah! Ladies and gentlemen, yo! Listen. If you are close to Ebuka right now, anywhere you are, if you are close to him, just give him one bottle of champagne. Bah! Just bah! Use violence to drop it on his front. Bah! Because, ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. See, Ebuka upheld his name today. Ebuka upheld his title today as the premium table breaker, table shaker. Tonight, he added another title to his many titles: House Scatterer, Chaos Causer, Tension Giver. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. Tonight's live eviction show was on another level of entertainment. It was insane. It was wild. Listen, it went beyond my imagination. Yeah, because I thought that, oh, maybe once again, Ebuka was going to, show up and maybe tread carefully, not to shake up things in the house. But Ebuka said, hell no. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. I am coming to scatter what these housemates think they have going on. And Ebuka did just that. Aside the fact that tonight's evictions were quite shocking, because I'm not going to lie, they took me completely unawares, because I've told you all, these housemates came prepared to give us entertainment, and that is what they've been serving from day one. Yes. So sometimes it's quite difficult to point out who is leaving and who is not leaving. Yeah. So it was quite shocking, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to get into all of that because there's a lot to unpack on this video. But I'm going to try as much as possible to keep it short and simple, all right? Because there will be multiple other videos coming your way soon. Watch this video to the end. And of course, let me know your major highlights from tonight's live eviction show. Share in the comment section below. Also, let me know your thoughts about the evicted housemate, all right? I really want to know your thoughts about that one as well. So share in the comment section below. And you're all welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Without further ado, we dive right into the video. No. We fist. Now, one thing I actually deduced from the pattern of Ebuka's interaction with the housemates is that tonight's live eviction show was aimed at, shaking up the triangles in the house. Because, guys, there seemed, because now two people have been evicted, right? So there seems to be some sort of intertwined, relationships here and there, triangles, situationships, entanglements. And I just love the way Ebuka attacked the questions, all right? But let's take it from the very top. Of course, in Ebuka's usual fashion, he congratulated the head of house, Tracy, on emerging twice, head of house and head of house challenger. And then he asked her about the week so far and which housemate proved more difficult than the others. And of course, she pointed out Imisi. That Imisi was just sometimes unnecessarily annoying, or it seemed like she was just deliberately annoying. And other times, there were things that she would just be saying. It felt like she was just intentionally trying to provoke people. But that was on the side. Now, the next order of the night was Otega's eviction. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I don't know if I was able to add the way I screamed whilst that happened on this video. I don't know if you've heard it already, but guys, I screamed, I scrammed, I scroamed. That's the best way I can describe it, because I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. And the reason I was shocked is because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, did this guy use his mouth to eliminate himself from the game? Because this week, he has actually made some very damning statements, against himself, incriminating his game. There were conversations where he had outrightly said that he doesn't need the money, that he's already established outside. He doesn't even need to go to acting school because he's already an established actor. He's very, very talented. He was literally bragging. Yeah, he was boastful. He was bragging. And the thing about this, our viewing audience, they don't like people who brag unnecessarily. Yeah, so the guy literally sold himself. However, aside that, guys, I was really sad for Otega's eviction, because aside the fact that his friends were evicted this week and that sort of made him pipe down a bit, Otega is one of the shakers of the house in terms of entertainment. He's very controversial. He brings very crazy things to the table, and you just love him. You just love him. Aside the fact also that he's very hot-headed and can tend to be a bully sometimes, but he gives us things to talk about. Yeah, so his eviction was quite shocking for me. I did not think it. I did not see it coming. He was also shocked. In fact, the whole house was shocked because of the way he brags and the way he carries himself. Nobody saw him leaving. Yeah. But anyways, during his brief interview on the stage with Ebuka, Ebuka asked him about Sabrina. He said he would love to have a conversation with her. So I guess now that both of them are out of the house, they would link up one way or the other. Now, at this point, Ebuka moved on to Dede. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently, it turns out that Ebuka had been watching these housemates, presumably shaking their own tables via Dede's game, right? So Ebuka mentioned that he noticed that they had been breaking and shaking tables, with their Revelations game. Now, how about the way she addresses the men in her life in the house, her 3 fishes? Everybody shouted in the house. Everybody shouted because we're like, yo, what's up with that? And see how excited Sultana was, because she probably felt like, oh, Dede might not be able to answer the question. She might stutter and whatnot. But guess what? Dede did not stutter one bit. She answered that question with so much audacity, guys. I was literally giving this girl a standing ovation. She said, first of all, Mide is a friend, so she's not going to apologize for the way she has conversations with her friend, because everybody in this house has a friend, and everybody in this house has a way that they have conversations with their friend. So she's not going to explain herself. She's not going to apologize for it, because she and Mide, they are greatly misunderstood in that house. Anything they say, people twist it around. So what they did was, well, they started talking about the guys in terms of fishes, and it stuck. And so they decided, okay, fine. When they have conversations like that, people are not going to be able to interpret what they are talking about. So that's their own coded way of having conversations. And so she's not going to apologize. And you see, as she was explaining herself like that, without stuttering, Ebuka was shaking his head and saying, okay, yeah, fair enough. I said, yes, because what else do people expect her to say? Or she should come and say, oh, I'm so sorry. No. Own it with your full chest. And that was exactly what she did. And guys, I was so proud of this girl, because what other way could she have answered that question? No other way. Now, Kola was not let off the hook, because of course, during that Revelation games, Kola had actually said he liked Dede, liked. And you see, Kola is a very confused human, because when he goes to the diary room, he always tells Big Brother that he's only attracted to Dede. He cannot use the word like, because he doesn't know her like that, right? So Ebuka asked him that, okay, when you were answering that question during the games, you said you liked her, but now you have not stopped. You even said you were going to stop talking to her or chasing her, but you haven't stopped. And guys, all day today, Kola and Dede, they've been loving up on the sofa in the living room. Guys, there's a lot of gist about that. I'm going to make a video about that. And see, Kola's response was not very, very consistent. He was talking about, it was the way he felt. He didn't want to embarrass himself on national TV. Situation. The guy was just blabbing. And me, I was over here laughing, because typical Kola. We know that Kola never ever has a straightforward answer to anything, because at the end of the day, he will still renege on his words. Yeah. But anyways, moving on, there was also Koyin. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, this question from Ebuka to Koyin was what now finally destroyed the whole house structure. As we speak, I'm actually lying, but yeah, as we speak, some of the housemates, they're using crutches to walk because Ebuka has scattered their legs with this particular question. Now, the way Ebuka had coined this question to Koyin was simply hilarious because this guy had no hint whatsoever about what was about to hit him. Yeah. So Ebuka had asked, okay, Koyin, this friction between you and Jason J, it's about Dede, isn't it? And he said, no, it's not about Dede. So Ebuka said, okay, do you think it's going to get worse if Jason J finds out that you have already kissed Sultana before he did? Everywhere scattered. Guys, I was looking for where to run to. You see the way Doris, Kuture, all of them, the way they were running around the house, we were looking for where to hide. I was looking for where to run to because it was such a shocking revelation. Jason J was so shocked. The guy was like this, huh? He literally fell on the chair. Because at that point, you could tell that he just realized that Dede was actually right. He got the easiest girl in the house. Jason J comfortably, like, left and ruined his relationship with Dede, believing that, oh, he's got the choicest girl in the house, not knowing that Sultana has been busy kissing people up and down. And the person Sultana kissed is one guy that he does not like. Koyin. So the whole thing was just so ridiculously hilarious. Dede was laughing. So guys, everybody was laughing. Everybody was shocked. Sultana too, before when they were exposing Dede's own fishy's statement, she was when they now exposed her, she was not like this. Hiding her face in shame. Guys, it was crazy. Koyin now said he wants to explain that night, he and Sultana, they were actually playing a game. It's a lie. He said they were playing a game and they were actually drunk, a bit tipsy. It's a lie. They were not playing a game. They were not drunk. That kiss was steamy and passionate, and they kissed twice for long. It wasn't mwah. It was for long. So whatever explanation he was giving was a bloody lie. And then Ebuka had moved on to Ivata and Mensen. So he was asking them if they were done. Which is quite funny because Ivata has been telling Mensen that she needed space. She doesn't want to talk to him anymore. Like, they should give each other space, blah, 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 blah. But then there's also K-Bobo in the picture. She is telling herself that she likes the guy because he cooks, he's clean, and he prays, that she's attracted to that. But then she's always playing rough with Mensen. So girl, what do you want? But she wasn't being specific. Anyways, the answer that she gave was so unnecessarily lengthy. She did not even allow Ebuka to even ask his question completely. And even after Ebuka said, okay, it's okay, she was still talking. I said, look at your guilty conscience. Anyways, the last order of the night was Koyin'S eviction, guys. It was so sad. I said, oh my God, my prince of Zamunda. Our prince, our husband, Isabella's prince, the love of her life in Big Brother's house, was evicted. It was so sad. I did not see it coming. But it was so nice that when he got on the stage, aside the many things he said, he still affirmed over and over again that he really liked Isabella. Yeah, that he really likes her, and that is it. I said, oh, wow, interesting. I like how the guys of this season, they are leaving the house and they are holding on to the love or whatever they found in the house with the girls. I cannot wait to see if it's going to bloom outside or not. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop talking here right now because, yeah, you know the drill. So, yeah, just share your thoughts in the comment section below about tonight's live eviction show. I will see you guys on another video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing evening. Bye.